there. Yes, I know it's Tuesday, but this is the Jerry Hinkle program. I am Jerry Hinkle, and this is my program. We're coming to you almost live, just about pretty near from the Ashley Kringen studio of the Hollowbird Advocate Media International Headquarters. And looking out the window of the Dave Dedrick window of Ashley Kringen studio, looks like a pretty fair day, kind of partly cloudy, warm, very little breeze to speak of. The trees are just swinging ever so slightly. We can't totally go without wind in South Dakota. We all know that. Guess what? We got a new sponsor, and it's the Tootsie Roll Industries Incorporated, the makers of the Tootsie Roll and all them Tootsie Roll products. It's too numerous to name right now. But of course, we got to sing now. The world looks mighty good to me. The Tootsie Rolls are all I see. Whatever it is I think I see becomes a Tootsie Roll to me. Tootsie Roll, how I love your chocolatey chew. Tootsie Roll, I think I'm in love with you. Whatever it is I think I see becomes a Tootsie Roll to me. And yes, so big news. We had Easter last Sunday, and I don't know about how Easter Monday is in your neighborhood, but we got mail. The school was closed. I'm pretty sure the banks were closed too, and a lot of the businesses were closed in honor of the Easter holiday. However, a certain retail establishment that I work at was not closed at any time during the Easter holiday, and so we got all kinds of Sunday night we got all kinds of coffee creamer, so we got all that in storage now. I'll tell you one thing, if I catch anybody in the Cornfield County area taking their coffee black, I'm going to rip off my shoes and we're going to play Smell My Feet one time. If you think that's a fun game, you ask my nieces and nephews what they think about it. Anyhow, also we got Trump made the news. Amazingly, President Trump, made the news. We have to show him reverence now that he's elected president. And it seems like some weeks ago he released his 2005 taxes, and I don't know if he released it or if it escaped or leaked somehow. Anyhow, they found his 2005. Someone found his 2005 tax return, and they had Rachel Maddow, that bitter little boy on MSNBC. She was talking all about it at length, saying she talked a lot and she said nothing, but that's beside the point. Anyhow, basically what it was Trump made $150-some million, and he paid something like $39 million in taxes. It all ended up to be around 33% of his income, about a third. He paid a third of his income in taxes in 2005, and that's a pretty respectable amount. I'd like to know, now that he's president, if he made any more money than that, and if he paid any more than that in taxes. And so I'm kind of like the rest of these folks, wanting Mr. Spicer to come up with the goodies, but I guess time will tell if the neighbors don't. So, but don't wait with sandwiches by the phone if you want to hear anything more about President Trump's tax returns. So, might be interesting for comparison's sake if my mother could find my 2005 tax return and tell me all about that. Or if she's listening, I'd ask her to do that, but we all know that she's listening to Dougie right now because, oh, mighty Dougie, she just loves that Dougie. So, and it's just one of them things. Anyhow, so, but if she can find a 2005 tax return, she could sure, if she would, I'd sure like to know how much I made and how much I paid in tax. I know I didn't pay very much in tax. I probably got a refund, to be honest with you. I'll tell you right now, because I was something of a deadbeat back in 2005, and I wasn't working nearly as hard as I worked so hard this week. I haven't shaved very much since November. I trim a little bit when I have the time, but I haven't shaved since November. And No Shave November ended a long time ago, let me tell you. Anyhow, that thing come up in the news. Hillary, this was kind of they dropped it in, and it kind of fell by the wayside. Not a whole lot of people talked about it, but Hillary Clinton talked about why she lost. Again, I don't know why this is people's favorite topic of conversation, because we all know why she didn't win, but of course she still blames the Russians. She didn't blame racism on it at this time, but anti-woman kind of thing, and then the Russians. So that seemed to be the two things. Of course, she didn't take none of the credit herself, but but as far as that goes, I remember reading in the Daily Republican, which is about as Democrat a paper as you can get. Just ask anyone. Matter of fact, some people call it the Daily Democrat, some people call it the Daily Repulsive. But it's the only newspaper we've got, and it's printed in Sioux Falls, so it's got to be a Democrat paper. Anyhow, they had a little news story in there about how they did some polling during the primaries. They said that people were not averse to voting for a woman as long as it wasn't Hillary. And of course, and if misogynism is the only reason why she wasn't elected, can she tell us why she didn't support Sarah Palin or Michelle Bachmann when they were running for president? Well, I think we all know why she wasn't supporting them, and it wasn't because of anti-misogynism there or whatever. It's just so. And as far as the Russians go, the only thing that if the Russians did anything, for one thing, they supposedly hacked into her email, which of course she said was hack-proof. So if the Russians did anything to turn this election against Hillary, it was to prove that she was a liar, which we all knew she was anyhow. So, well, I guess that's how it goes. So, to close us out, I'd like to do a song that I did not hear during the Easter holidays. I made it to the 11 o'clock blended service. They played Christ the Lord is Risen today, but they did not play Up from the Grave He Rose, and I'd like to sing that for you acapella style. Oh, acapella. Thank you, Barney Fife. Low in the grave he lay, Jesus, my Savior, waiting the coming day. Jesus, my Lord, up from the grave he rose, with a mighty triumph for his foes. He arose a victor from the dark domain, and he lives forever with his saints to reign. He arose, hallelujah, Christ arose. Vainly they watch his bed, Jesus, my Savior. Vainly they seal the dead, Jesus, my Lord. Up from the grave he rose, with a mighty triumph o'er his foes. He rose a victor from the dark domain, and he lives forever with his saints to reign. He rose, hallelujah, Christ arose. That's a good old Easter hymn right there. And I don't know of any, I suppose Christ the Lord is risen today is probably about in the same level. But Christ the Lord is risen today was written by Charles Wesley, one of, well, John Wesley's brother, so we all know why that was put in him. From the grave he rose, earned their place, but that's beside. I suppose both are just as good. Another one I like is at Easter people raise your voices, but I don't remember. I know it when I got the words right there. It's one of those. If you don't have the words right there, I don't know. Anyhow, I guess that's all I have to say. So until next time, this is Jerry Hinkle with the Jerry Hinkle program. We came to you live from the Ashley Kringen Studios of the Hollywood Advocate Media International Headquarters, brought to you by Tootsie Roll. It's from Tootsie Roll and all the Tootsie Roll Industries of America Incorporated, and all the product Tootsie Roll Pops and Tootsie Roll Pop Drop. Anyhow, until next time, God be with you. Do the best you can. And hey, get out of my bathroom. You're invading my privacy.